we wasn't gonna sit there and be a punching bag.
Do all New York beats have to have the oven sound in it?
What's the other sound? Oh, I ain't even gonna lie. Word up. I was like, close the door.
I don't fake jazz, kid, you know I bring it to you live. Stay in a child's place, kid, you out of line. Criminal minds thirsty for recognition. I'm sipping, E&J got my mind flipping. I'm bucking, digging my ways out of hope for hustling.
What's good, folks? This your boy Blockzilla, and I'm sitting here with a legend. I got my man Havoc from Mobb Deep. What's good, boy?
I'm chilling, man. You know, I ain't promoting. You know what I mean?
What's up? Promoting. You're one of the one half of Mobb Deep. You're a great producer as well, legendary producer, and you're giving up and coming producers a sound kit to make additional beats.
Yes, indeed. You know, over the years I collected a lot of sounds. You know what I mean? And I was like, basically, they just sitting around. So you know, I was like, let me put them to use, good use, and you know, give them to upcoming producers, current producers, or whoever wants it. You know what I mean?
How do you collect these sounds?
I mean, over the years, you know, because I collected a lot of vinyl. So, you know, I collect like snares, hi-hats, drums, all like these gritty sounds that then I EQ them and then I make them my own, you know what I mean? So, basically just sampling.
A lot of people I also having a debate with my boy talking about what's the New York sound, because there's a group they're sort of real down south,
right?
But it's Jersey, and I was like, that's still the East Coast sound. What do you think about what's the new New York sound, or is it a new New York sound?
You know, we always had party records, we always had street records, you know what I'm saying? I would say the New York sound is like a mixture of both, like street, party, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
That's what I was thinking too. Now, do all New York beats have to have the oven sound in it?
What's the oven sound? I mean, you know, if it was up to me, I'd say yeah, you know what I mean? Because, you know, that's my favorite sound.
I would hear that going, oh, that's one of my joints.
You know what's coming on. You know what's next.
Right. When they play that in the club, it still go crazy. Like when you see that, how does that make you feel?
I mean, every time I hear it, it's always like the first time. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. You know, I love to hear it. I love to see people's reaction. You know, and it's just a good feeling all the way around.
Yeah. Now I was watching Prodigy's interview on The Breakfast Club. He said you guys got into fist fights. I know me and my best friend, it's his birthday today too. Shout out to Man. It's his birthday. We got into a fist fight too. Like, what is it like when you fight your best friend? Like, what type of stuff do y'all fight over?
Spilling juice on somebody, you know, say by accident, and somebody just that being the last straw, and you know, things get heated, and then you know y'all fight. But you know, just to get off the tension, but you know later on that y'all gonna make up.
You're working on a new Mobb Deep album.
Yeah.
What is it like when you guys get into the studio? Do you guys still record together? Or is it like I send you a verse? How do you record now?
Oh, nah, we record together, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when we can, you know what I mean, most of the time. And you know, we get in the studio, you know what I'm saying? I might have a track, or there might be a track there from another producer, and we'll just collectively agree on, you know, the particular beat, like, all right, this is the beat, and then we'll sit together, we'll be writing, and we'll compare notes, and then either he'll be like, oh, this is the direction that you going, or I'll be, you know, that's the direction that you going, and we'll just take it from there.
Is there a competition between, like, he drop a hot bar, you're like, wow, we gotta come back? Is there a competition?
Well, I know with me it's a competition, you know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to, you know what I'm saying, outdo him, you know, so, and he know that.
Is there a song that you think he outshined you, or a song you think you outshine him?
I mean, you know, on a lot of songs, you know, people, you know, may say that, you know, he outshined me on certain songs, you know, a lot of them. But, you know, it's Prodigy, you know what I'm saying? He's the lyricist, and, you know, he's the quintessential lyricist. So it feels good to be around that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because it really just sets the bar higher for me.
You guys made a lot of money in your career. Like, what was it like with all that cash at your hand? Like, what is life like that?
I mean, when you coming from the projects, you know what I mean, and you ain't used to making money like that, you never had a job because we started young, you blow it all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'm gonna get a car, I'm gonna buy this leather jacket over here, or I'm gonna spend it all on my friends, you know. It was dope, you know what I'm saying? I don't regret a thing. It was just a good feeling, and I think it's a feeling that everybody should have.
I remember maybe one of the first times I heard Mobb Deep, it was with CNN, and you guys, it was the LA, New York thing.
LA, big city of dreams, but everything in LA ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you come from my out of town, cause we coming from Queens, it gets down.
That was one of the craziest songs. I loved it because like I'm a fan. So like when I'm a fan, I'm an East Coast guy. I didn't with the West Coast at that point. I was like, oh, we beefing? Okay, we good. So when that came through and you guys jumped back and hit, when he had that was the New York, you guys said LA. What was y'all mentality, like your mindset? Like how was it like we gonna respond? What was that like?
It was like, the opportunity was presented to me, and I already felt some kind of way about, the New York song. So it wasn't even a second thought, you know what I mean? It was like, yo, we gotta hold it down, you know what I'm saying, for New York, you know what I mean? And even back then, you know what I'm saying, I love the West Coast, you know what I mean? But if you coming at my peoples, it's like, we gotta stand up for our hood, you know what I mean? And I love the West Coast to this day still. Yeah. But it was just like, even though, people made it out to be some kind of like tragic rivalry, but in a more positive sense, it was like really like a healthy battle, you know what I'm saying, that probably needed to be had, you know what I'm saying, because we both was on top, you know what I'm saying. It was just like, yo, who's the best, you know what I mean. They was doing their thing, we was doing ours. But
it was a lot of beef in those days too, like I think, like if I'm not mistaken, like their video got shot up, and there was a lot of stuff that doesn't really happen today. And right now it's all lyrical. Back then, it wasn't all lyrical.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of things going on with, people was trying to shoot videos in other people's backyards, and it's real out here, and it's still real out here to this day, like that. You just don't hear about it, but you can't just diss somebody and then just go to their crib and just think it's all right.
Right. Now, and you have today in New York, you have Kendrick Lamar calling himself the king of New York. And when that happened, I immediately thought of, Mobb Deep never would have allowed that. What do you think of the new rappers now who will let something like that slide and just say, oh, it's just lyric, it's just music? What do you think of that?
Because at the end of the day, I think people have like a little bit more sense. I think they really don't think that he meant it like that. He probably meant it metaphorically. You know what I mean? And like trying to probably like basically, trying to get New York on his A game. He's probably like the biggest fan of New York. You know what I mean? So for him to say that, it's just making everybody step their game up.
How do you feel about Tupac now?
The way I feel about Tupac now is the way I felt about him back then. Like I always was a fan of Tupac. And to be honest with you, when he came with us like that, you know what I'm saying, I was like, sort of kind of happy. I was like, you know what I'm saying, we on his radar, say word. He said our name on the record. I was like, say some more, like, because I never knew what the beef was about, you know what I mean, but we wasn't gonna sit there and be a punching bag.
So you guys also, when you guys put back up, you guys were, for a minute, you guys almost signed with G Unit, or were signed to G Unit?
Yeah, we were signed to G Unit for a couple of years.
How was that? Because it was how was that situation for you? Because 50 was popping at the time, but
right.
How was that?
It was dope. You know what I'm saying? One day we didn't have a deal, and the next day we did. You know what I mean? Got a call out the blue from 50. I didn't believe it was him on the phone, but it actually was him, and boom, we was on tour for like 6 months.
How was it when you guys didn't have a deal? Like when you had this deal, you had all the success, and then boom, it's no deal there no more.
I mean, it was kind of like, the monkey was off our back because we was getting tired of certain labels anyway. So we was like, we free agents now, so we could just go independent and just collect this bread instead of getting raped by labels, you know, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool to be free, you know what I mean? Be able to just chill and relax for a little while.
And when you come to being independent and you go back to 50, and 50 really blew up from the mixtapes back when Nixon was still on the streets. And so what did you learn from him, and how did you take that and make that your own when you guys were touring with him?
I mean, being around 50, you do learn a lot because you just see how professional he is, you know what I mean? His records is one thing, but his professionalism behind the scenes is another. So you kind of take that and you walk away with a sense that you want to have your business in order, kind of like that. Like, even if your business is in order, you could always take something from the jewels that he used to drop and the things that he used to do to get where he was at.
I actually have my new girlfriend,
Oh, wow.
Jasenia Vice.
Okay.
She's gonna come in. She has a bag for you. Want to ask you a couple questions? Have her come in.
Hello.
This is my
How
new
you
boo,
doing?
Jasenia.
All right.
Okay. And this is the bag. So I need you to draw out a question out of the magical bag.
Yes.
Got one.
Got one. All
Give it
right.
back to her so she can read
I
it.
see. All right. It is good. Have your parents ever walked in while you were masturbating?
Hell yeah. I ain't even gonna lie. Word up. I was like, close the door. Oh my, it was the most embarrassing moment
Did
in
you
my
get to finish?
No.
You don't finish after that.
Hell no.
You don't finish after that. I remember I left the motherfucking tape in the VCR.
Oh.
I left the tape in the VCR. My mother came back. That shit was on the table. I was like, oh my god.
Yes,
She took it. I couldn't talk on the phone. Like a week later, it was back on my bed. I was like, oh, y'all just wanted to watch it, huh? Ma, you just wanted to watch it. I know. But no, so now the sound kit's coming out when?
The sound kit should be out by January 15th. And you could get it off, it's a download, and you could download it off of hclassentertainment.com. And it's definitely a gift, a nice little treat to have in your toolbox.
And when can we expect some new music as well?
New music should be by the end of March. New Mobb Deep album, self-titled, pretty dope. Got a lot of good things on there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Can I spit a 16 for you?
Please.
I can't rap. So that's it. Another episode of the No Judgment Zone. Join us next week when we slap box with Typhoons.
Hey yo, check this out. This is the HAVOC, and right now you watching Global Grind TV.
Fake account, so see my pictures, then do that. That's cool.
So you're saying that the other girl is
Probably because she sees every fucking.
between your legs, I keep it high. I feel your ass with I see.